Your subconscious mind made you read this article before you even realized it. Here's why that matters. It sounds crazy, right? But think about it, you clicked on this video for a reason, and it wasn't just a random choice. Your subconscious mind has been quietly influencing you, nudging you in the right direction, even before you fully understood why you're here. It's the same reason you find yourself attracted to certain books, articles, and even the things you love to watch, because something deep within your mind has already decided. And all of this happens without you even being aware of it. But why is this such a big deal? Most people walk around thinking they're fully in control of their thoughts, decisions, and actions. We like to believe that we are the captains of our own ship, steering our lives with clear, logical thinking. The reality? It's much different. Your subconscious is the one pulling most of the strings. You see, it's not just a passive observer in your mind, it's an active, controlling force. Let me ask you this. How many times have you thought about making a decision, only to have the feeling that it was already made for you, almost like someone else was behind it? That's your subconscious in action. It's the power that shapes your behavior, even when you think you're making choices from a completely conscious standpoint. But what makes it so mind-bending is that most of us don't even realize how much control the subconscious has over our lives. According to research, about 95% of what we do is driven by the subconscious. Let that sink in for a second. Only about 5% of your daily actions are consciously decided by you. The rest is dictated by patterns and habits stored deep within your mind. It's like there's an entire invisible force guiding you, but you don't even know it. Now, don't just take my word for it. Let's look at some jaw-dropping experiments that show exactly how little we consciously control and how your subconscious mind is in the driver's seat most of the time. We all think we're in charge, right? After all, we make decisions every day, big ones, small ones, and we think we're calling the shots. But here's the truth that might blow your mind. Your subconscious has been controlling your life long before you even realized it. It's not something you can see or hear, but it's there, working its magic behind the scenes, influencing every choice you make. Let's take a simple decision. Maybe you're choosing what to have for lunch. You think you're making that decision logically, maybe based on taste, hunger, or even price. But what if I told you your subconscious mind already made that decision long before you even thought about it? Your mind is constantly processing information, far more than your conscious mind can handle. It takes in things like the way food is presented, the colors on the menu, the mood you're in, the people around you, and countless other factors you may not even notice. Your subconscious is evaluating all this information, and by the time you consciously think you've made a decision, your brain has already picked your lunch for you. This happens all the time. It's happening in every interaction you have, in every choice you make. The subconscious is making decisions for you whether you know it or not. And this is a big deal because it shows just how much power the subconscious holds over us. But how much control does it really have? Well, a lot more than you'd think. In fact, research suggests that your subconscious mind is in charge of up to 95% of your daily actions. That's right, 95%. So, when you're walking down the street, talking to someone, or making a decision about what to do next, your subconscious is leading the way. In one famous experiment, scientists had participants perform simple tasks, like choosing between two items. On the surface, it seemed like the decision was entirely up to the person. But when the researchers looked deeper, they discovered that the subconscious had already influenced the choice long before the person made it consciously. Without knowing it, your mind is constantly at work, sifting through thousands of details to decide what's best for you. This includes everything from the way your brain processes facial expressions to how you react to different situations. Here's the thing. The subconscious doesn't need you to be aware of it. It operates in the background, using information your conscious mind is completely unaware of. It takes the lead, even though you're convinced that you're the one making the choice. Think about the last time you made a decision quickly. Maybe it was picking up a snack or choosing a route to work. Did you feel like you made that decision on the fly with no prior thought? chances are your subconscious had already calculated the right choice based on things you didn't even notice. The crazy part is that this doesn't just happen in simple, everyday situations. It also governs much larger, life-altering decisions. Whether you realize it or not, the subconscious mind is shaping your habits, emotions, and responses to the world around you all the time. And it's doing this without asking for permission. But how does it do all this? The subconscious mind isn't just a passive observer. It's actively storing data, processing experiences, and making predictions about the future. It's like a hidden control room, constantly analyzing information from your past, present, and even the future to keep you safe, happy, and on track. And you, the conscious you, are completely unaware of all this happening beneath the surface. You see, there's a strange phenomenon that scientists have struggled to explain. The subconscious mind works faster than your conscious mind. In fact, it can pick up on patterns and cues that your conscious brain doesn't even recognize. The result? Your subconscious is often making decisions before you even realize there's a choice to be made. It's as if your mind has an entire set of invisible tools that you can't access consciously. So, the next time you think you're in control of a decision, remember that there's a powerful force behind the scenes, the subconscious mind, guiding you through life without you even knowing it. It's like a hidden guide, one that knows far more about you than you realize. And that's just the beginning of the power your subconscious holds. Ready to learn more about how this hidden force is influencing your dreams, memories, and even the way you see time? Stick around, we're just getting started. You may have heard the phrase, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." But did you know that your subconscious mind speaks exclusively in images? That's right. Your brain's hidden language doesn't rely on words or logic like your conscious mind does. Instead, it communicates in the form of pictures, symbols, and sensations. It's almost like your subconscious mind is creating a private movie for you. One where the scenes are constantly changing based on your memories, emotions, and even the things you've forgotten. Why does this matter? Well, the images your subconscious presents to you carry deep, often hidden meanings. These images are not random. In fact, they play a significant role in shaping your behavior, emotions, and even your decisions, all without you ever realizing it. When your subconscious mind wants to convey something important to you, it doesn't use words. It shows you images that resonate on a deeper, almost instinctual level. Take your dreams, for example. Most people have had strange, surreal dreams, the ones that make absolutely no sense when you wake up. But what if I told you those weird dreams weren't just nonsense? What if they were your subconscious mind's way of sending you messages? That recurring dream where you're falling or flying or being chased. It's not just random. It's your subconscious communicating with you, trying to tell you something your conscious mind isn't paying attention to. These dreams are full of symbols and images that your subconscious uses to process emotions, stress, and unresolved issues. So, the next time you wake up from a bizarre dream, ask yourself, what was my subconscious trying to show me? The answer might surprise you, but the images don't stop at dreams. Your subconscious is constantly creating pictures in your mind throughout the day, influencing your thoughts and actions. For instance, you might be thinking about what to wear in the morning, and suddenly, an image of a favorite outfit pops into your mind. That picture could be a product of your subconscious, influenced by past experiences or emotions you've tied to that outfit. Without realizing it, your subconscious has already made a choice for you. This also happens with your memories. Have you ever had a memory flash in your mind out of nowhere? It might be a moment from your childhood, or maybe a significant event from your past. But again, the memory comes to you in images, vivid snapshots of your experiences, emotions, and the details that made those moments meaningful. Your subconscious mind stores these memories as images, ready to present them to you when it believes it's important for your present situation. The power of this secret language is enormous. The subconscious mind uses images to influence your behavior, your emotional responses, and even your physical actions. For example, if you've ever had an overwhelming urge to act on a gut feeling or hunch, It's likely that your subconscious had already shown you an image or made a mental connection that influenced your decision. And here's where things get really interesting. Advertisers know this. They know that your subconscious is heavily influenced by images and symbols, which is why you see specific types of ads designed to trigger certain feelings or desires. Think about all the commercials and advertisements you see every day. They're not just showing you a product, they're showing you a story, an image, something that resonates with your subconscious mind and convinces you to make a purchase, even if you don't fully understand why. The reason advertisers are so effective at this is because they've learned to speak the secret language of your subconscious. They know that by presenting images or symbols tied to certain feelings or memories, they can tap into your emotions and convince you to act in ways you don't consciously control. The next time you find yourself buying something on impulse, ask yourself if that purchase was really your choice or if your subconscious was the one doing the shopping. But the influence of these subconscious images goes even deeper. Have you ever wondered why certain songs, smells, or colors can evoke such strong emotional responses in you? This is because your subconscious mind has already linked those sensory triggers to specific memories or feelings. The scent of a certain flower might remind you of a special moment in your life, and just smelling it can bring up waves of emotion. Or perhaps a particular color makes you feel calm or excited again. This is your subconscious mind at work, using images and sensory information to shape your emotional responses. This secret language is all around you, influencing your thoughts, choices, and emotions in ways you can't even see. Your subconscious mind is like a constant, silent storyteller, crafting a narrative of your life using images, symbols, and sensations. And the more you understand how this works, the more you can begin to decipher the messages your mind is sending you. Now, let's take this idea a step further. Have you ever had a weird, recurring dream that keeps showing up night after night? Maybe it's something strange like flying over a city or running away from a monster. You might think it's just your brain going into overdrive, but what if there's more to it than that? The truth is, these recurring dreams are often a signal from your subconscious mind. It's trying to tell you something important, something that your conscious mind hasn't figured out yet. A recurring dream is a clue, a symbol that your subconscious mind is using to communicate something that you need to address. It might be related to something unresolved in your life, a fear, an emotion, or even a desire that hasn't been acknowledged. These dreams, while strange, are often the key to unlocking deeper truths about your inner self. So, the next time you have a recurring dream or even a random, vivid image pop into your head, take a moment to pause. What is your subconscious trying to tell you? What images or symbols are showing up and why? The answers might be hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to decode them. Time as we know it is a tricky thing. We often think of time as linear. One moment follows the next, and everything happens in a neat, predictable order. But what if I told you your subconscious mind doesn't experience time the way you do? In fact, your subconscious seems to have the ability to ignore time altogether. Imagine this. You're sitting quietly, maybe even just relaxing, when suddenly a memory from your childhood flashes into your mind. It's vivid, it feels real, and for a moment you're transported back to that time as if it's happening right now. But wait, that moment happened years ago, right? How could it feel so present? This strange phenomenon is one of the many mind-bending abilities of the subconscious. It doesn't see time in the same way you do. It can access memories, emotions, and experiences from any point in your life, whether they happened 5 minutes ago or 50 years ago, as though they're all happening in the present. This is the first hint at your subconscious's ability to bend time. It doesn't just recall memories. It can relive them, as if time is irrelevant. Have you ever had a flashback where you could feel the exact same emotions you did in the moment? Or experienced a sensation, like a smell or sound, that immediately took you back to a moment you thought you'd forgotten? That's your subconscious mind collapsing time, bringing the past into the present as though it never left. But it doesn't stop there. Your subconscious mind can also pull from the future in ways that defy explanation. That's right, there's something called the future memory phenomenon, and it's as mysterious as it sounds. This happens when people have vivid dreams, flashes of insight, or even moments of déjà vu where they swear they've experienced something before, but it hasn't happened yet. It's almost as if your subconscious is already seeing the future, anticipating events before they unfold. You might experience a moment in your life that feels strangely familiar, like you've already lived it, even though it's happening for the first time. This is your subconscious's way of bending time and presenting future events as memories. This isn't just a strange quirk. This phenomenon has been reported by countless people, from everyday folks to well-known scientists. In fact, some theories suggest that your subconscious might be tapping into a kind of universal consciousness that allows it to see beyond the present moment. So, when you experience these flashes of future memory, your subconscious may be picking up on patterns, signals, and information that your conscious mind can't even process. It's like your subconscious has access to a time travel machine, skipping from the past to the future with ease. But the question is, why does your subconscious mind do this? What is the purpose behind its ability to ignore time? Some believe that it's your subconscious's way of guiding you, giving you subtle clues about what's to come. When you experience a future memory or a sense of déjà vu, it could be a hint that you're on the right path, or that you need to make a change. Your subconscious is constantly processing information about the world around you, and sometimes it gives you a glimpse of what's to come, helping you make decisions before your conscious mind even knows it's needed. It's also important to consider the impact of childhood memories on your current decisions. These memories have an incredible power to shape who you are today. Your subconscious mind doesn't simply store these memories. It uses them as a guide for how to navigate the world. As a child, you experience the world in a completely different way, full of wonder, fear, and emotion. But what happens when those childhood experiences are still influencing your adult choices? This might explain why you find yourself making decisions that seem irrational or not fully thought through. It could be because your subconscious is still operating on the belief systems and emotions you developed as a child. Maybe a small event from your past, something that seems completely insignificant to your conscious mind, is affecting how you approach situations now. Perhaps a childhood trauma or a moment of happiness has shaped how you react to stress, love, or conflict today. The fact that your subconscious mind can access childhood memories and use them to influence your current behavior is a powerful reminder of how much your past shapes your present. Even though you might not consciously recall every detail, your subconscious holds onto those memories and uses them to guide your decisions. That's why you can be triggered by a situation that seems unrelated, only to realize that the emotion it brought up was connected to something deep within your past. In this sense, your subconscious mind acts as a timekeeper, storing the emotional residue of every experience you've ever had, and using that information to direct your actions in the present. It's as though your subconscious mind is constantly in dialogue with the past, present, and future, ensuring that you respond to life's challenges in ways that are shaped by everything you've ever experienced. The next time you feel an unexpected surge of emotion or make a decision that feels almost automatic, stop for a moment and consider, could this be a response to something from my past? Could my subconscious mind be drawing on memories I don't even consciously remember? The answer is likely yes. Your subconscious mind is always at work, constantly navigating the intricate web of time and guiding you through your life in ways you can't always explain. Have you ever had a gut feeling that turned out to be spot on? Or maybe a sudden insight that saved you from making a mistake? It's like your brain has this hidden superpower, a secret processing ability that goes way beyond your conscious awareness. Your subconscious mind is like a supercomputer, working behind the scenes to analyze, process, and store an incredible amount of information without you even noticing. The truth is, your subconscious is far more powerful than your conscious mind could ever imagine. While your conscious mind is busy analyzing, problem-solving, and focusing on immediate tasks, your subconscious is quietly processing vast amounts of data in the background. It's sifting through everything from your past experiences to the sensory input you receive every moment, all in real time. And it's doing this without you having to think about it at all. Think about this. You walk into a room and immediately know if something feels off. Maybe there's a tension in the air, or something in the environment doesn't seem quite right. You didn't analyze every detail consciously, but your subconscious mind picked up on subtle cues, body language, tone of voice, even the way people are positioned in the space, and gave you that gut feeling. That's your subconscious mind processing all that information at lightning speed and sending you a signal to pay attention. The power of your subconscious mind is more than just instinct. It's an incredible tool for decision-making. Imagine trying to solve a complex problem. Your conscious mind may spend hours trying to find the best solution, but your subconscious can process information and arrive at an answer almost instantly. It's like having an automatic pilot that can sift through all the data, patterns, emotions, memories to find the most relevant solution. This explains why some of your best decisions happen when you stop overthinking. Ever notice that when you let your mind wander or take a break from obsessing over a problem, the answer suddenly comes to you? This is your subconscious mind at work, processing everything in the background, far beyond your conscious awareness. It's like your subconscious is doing all the heavy lifting, so when you're ready to make a choice, the answer appears almost effortlessly. This power isn't just theoretical. There's scientific research to back it up. In fact, studies in neuroscience show that your subconscious mind is processing thousands of bits of information every second. While your conscious mind can only handle a limited amount of information at a time, your subconscious is processing far more than you can possibly imagine. It's constantly storing and organizing information, building mental frameworks, and making connections between unrelated pieces of data. Think of your subconscious as a supercomputer running advanced algorithms to make sense of your world. It's constantly analyzing data from every aspect of your life, from your childhood experiences to your most recent encounters. This allows your subconscious to predict outcomes, understand patterns, and guide your decisions with incredible accuracy. In fact, your subconscious is so powerful that it can sometimes make predictions that your conscious mind couldn't even begin to understand. But here's the real kicker. Your subconscious mind doesn't just work with the information you're aware of. It's also capable of tapping into hidden knowledge, things you didn't even know you knew. Have you ever experienced a moment of insight or eureka when you suddenly understood something that seemed impossible? That moment wasn't a coincidence. Your subconscious mind had already processed the information, stored it away, and then presented it to you when it was needed. This ability of the subconscious mind to access hidden knowledge is one of the most fascinating aspects of its power. Think of it like this: your subconscious mind has access to a vast network of information, memories, experiences, and patterns that your conscious mind simply can't access. This hidden reservoir of knowledge can help guide you through life's toughest challenges, giving you insights and solutions that you might not be able to consciously grasp. In fact, some researchers believe that the subconscious is the key to understanding what's often called quantum consciousness. This theory proposes that the subconscious mind doesn't just process information from the physical world, but it can also tap into a deeper layer of consciousness that transcends time and space. In other words, your subconscious mind might be tapping into a universal, quantum-level network of information that connects all living things. It's as if your mind is not just connected to your own experiences, but also to a larger, interconnected consciousness that spans the entire universe. While the theory of quantum consciousness is still debated by scientists, it's clear that the subconscious mind has a far-reaching influence on your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Your subconscious isn't just reacting to the world around you, it's processing and predicting outcomes in ways that you can't fully comprehend. And the more you learn about how this supercomputer works, the more you can begin to tap into its full potential. Think about this. Have you ever had a hunch or intuition that turned out to be surprisingly accurate? Maybe you met someone new and instantly had a sense that they were trustworthy, or you made a decision based on a gut feeling that seemed illogical at the time, but later turned out to be the best choice. These moments are examples of your subconscious mind using its vast processing power to guide you. Your subconscious is reading between the lines, picking up on subtle clues that your conscious mind can't even register, and then guiding your behavior accordingly. This incredible mental power doesn't just happen by accident. It's the result of years of experiences, patterns, and knowledge stored in your subconscious mind. And once you learn to understand and harness the power of your inner supercomputer, you can begin to make decisions with even greater confidence, knowing that your subconscious has already done the hard work for you. Have you ever tried to change a habit, only to find yourself slipping back into the same old patterns? Maybe you've attempted to think positively, set new goals, or break free from a limiting belief, but somehow your old thought patterns keep resurfacing. It can feel like you're fighting an uphill battle, trying to override years of subconscious programming with conscious effort. So, how do you reprogram your mind and finally break free from these invisible barriers? The secret lies in understanding how your subconscious works and knowing how to bypass its mental firewall. Your subconscious mind is like a powerful computer system, constantly running programs based on the information it's stored throughout your life. These programs are responsible for your habits, reactions, beliefs, and even your emotions. When you try to change your behavior consciously, you're essentially trying to overwrite the programs that are already running. And that's not always easy. But what if I told you there's a shortcut? A way to slip past the mental firewall that protects your subconscious programming and make lasting changes with less effort than you thought possible? There is, and it's a simple trick that only takes a few seconds to execute. It's called the 3-second trick, and it works by tapping into a window of opportunity when your conscious mind is momentarily relaxed, allowing your subconscious mind to receive new information. This trick involves focusing on a thought, image, or intention for just a few seconds, around 3 seconds, to be exact, and allowing your subconscious mind to absorb it. This is when your subconscious is most receptive to new suggestions, because your conscious mind is momentarily disengaged. You see, your subconscious mind is constantly active, but it's often shielded by your conscious mind's protective barrier. When you try to consciously influence your subconscious, there's a natural resistance. But in those few seconds when your conscious mind is distracted or relaxed, you can slip in a new idea, thought, or belief. This allows your subconscious to start integrating the new information and making it part of its programming. Imagine this: you're sitting quietly, and you decide you want to let go of a fear or a limiting belief that's been holding you back. You close your eyes and focus on a positive image or affirmation for just 3 seconds. During that brief window, your subconscious mind takes in the new information and begins to work with it. Over time, this repeated practice can start to reprogram your old patterns, replacing them with new, more empowering beliefs. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does this really work? The answer is yes, and here's why. Your subconscious mind is highly receptive to repetition and consistency. By consistently using the 3-second trick, you're essentially rewiring your brain, much like how you would reprogram a computer. Each time you introduce new, positive thoughts, your subconscious absorbs them, and gradually, they replace the old, limiting beliefs. But this trick isn't just about positive thinking. It's also about reprogramming your emotional responses. Let's say you have a fear of public speaking. Every time you imagine standing in front of a crowd, your subconscious triggers feelings of anxiety or nervousness. By using the 3-second trick, you can introduce a new image of yourself speaking confidently, feeling calm and composed. Each time you repeat this, your subconscious will start to associate public speaking with calmness and confidence, eventually reprogramming your emotional response to the situation. Of course, this method alone won't solve every problem overnight. Reprogramming your subconscious mind takes time and consistency. But when you consistently introduce new, empowering thoughts and beliefs, the results can be nothing short of transformational. And as you begin to notice small changes in your behavior, you'll realize that your subconscious mind has started working with you, rather than against you. But there's a deeper issue at play here, one that most people never address when it comes to reprogramming their minds: traditional affirmations. You've probably heard of affirmations, positive statements you repeat to yourself in an effort to shift your mindset. While affirmations can be helpful to some extent, they often fail because they don't address the subconscious mind's resistance to change. When you repeat an affirmation, especially one that feels disconnected from your reality, your subconscious may reject it because it doesn't believe the statement to be true. This is why traditional affirmations often don't work for people who are deeply ingrained in limiting beliefs. If you're constantly telling yourself, "I am rich," when your subconscious believes the opposite, that you're struggling financially, your mind won't truly accept the affirmation as true. In this case, the affirmation creates a conflict between your conscious desires and your subconscious beliefs, leading to frustration and lack of progress. So, what actually works when it comes to reprogramming your subconscious mind? The answer lies in something called the neural override method. This controversial technique is not something you'll find in psychology textbooks, but it's incredibly effective. The neural override method involves using sensory input, things like sound, touch, or even movement, to bypass the mental resistance and directly access the subconscious. For example, instead of repeating an affirmation, you might listen to a specific sound or music that evokes a positive emotion, like calmness, confidence, or happiness. The emotional experience you feel from the sound creates a direct link to your subconscious, which is much more powerful than simply repeating a statement. By consistently engaging with sensory experiences that evoke the desired emotion or belief, you can begin to change the neural pathways in your brain, leading to lasting transformation. The key to the neural override method is that it bypasses the cognitive resistance your subconscious might have toward affirmations. Instead of using words to convince your subconscious, you're using experiences and emotions to create a new belief. Over time, this process rewires your brain, replacing old patterns with new, empowering ones. This method isn't a quick fix, but when used consistently, it can lead to profound change. It's not about forcing your mind to accept new beliefs. It's about creating experiences that your subconscious can't resist. And once you understand how to use your mind's neural pathways to your advantage, you'll be able to unlock the full potential of your subconscious. Your subconscious has already memorized these secrets. The only question is, will you consciously use them? You've just unlocked some of the deepest, most powerful truths about your subconscious mind. It's been quietly working in the background of your life, shaping your thoughts, actions, and decisions without you even knowing it. But now that you've seen the immense power it holds, you have a choice. Will you continue letting your subconscious control your life from the shadows? Or will you take charge, using these secrets to reprogram your mind and step into your true potential? The subconscious mind doesn't just influence you, it can shape your reality in ways that go beyond anything you've ever imagined. It's not just some abstract concept. It's a tool that you can actively use to guide your life in the direction you want. But to do that, you need to become aware of the power it holds and learn how to tap into it consciously. The next time you feel a gut instinct, experience a flash of insight, or encounter a challenge, remember, it's not just your conscious mind making the call. Your subconscious is always there, processing, guiding, and shaping your experience. So what's next? The ball is in your court. You've learned how to bypass the mental firewall, how to decode your subconscious language, and how to reprogram your mental matrix. Now, the question is, will you consciously use these tools to your advantage? I encourage you to start today. Try the 3-second trick. Reprogram your beliefs with new, empowering thoughts. Pay attention to your gut feelings, because those might just be your subconscious guiding you toward the right decision. The more you engage with your subconscious, the more control you'll have over your life. It's all within your reach. All you have to do is take the first step. Your subconscious mind has already memorized these secrets. But now it's time for you to consciously use them. Your journey into unlocking the full potential of your mind starts now. Will you take the reins?